Okay, here's the shaft. I already got it chucked up in my lathe, but I had it welded up right there where the seal wore a groove into the shaft. It's welded all the way around. The other end is up in here. Got it on my 4-jaw chuck, and I've indicated in this point right here where there was no wear. The wheel hub stopped right there, and the seal started here, so there's a whole section right there, didn't have anything touching it. So I'm calling that a good reference point. I got it dialed in to less than half a thou, right at about half a thou. It does not have a pilot hole in the end of it for the live center, so I'm going to go ahead and drill a pilot hole right there, get my live center in there. Then I'll bring my live center up here and hold that in, help keep down the vibration and everything. And then I'll take my cutter right here and go ahead and knock down the most of this, get it down kind of smooth, and then I'll swing back around and I'll pick up my high-speed steel cutter, which has a little bit of a radius turn right there on the end of it, and see if we can get a good finish on that. And we'll micro down. We're going to shoot for about 9.98, somewhere in that area. That should give us pretty good. Hopefully you'll get a pretty good view from up here on the tripod. Maybe not too bad. So, alright, there we go. Pardon the whining there. I have my power drive belt, the one that's serpentine, is making a little bit of noise on me. But anyhow, now we got that piloted in there. We'll switch over and put the live center in. Now I got the cameras right here in my way. Alright, take my bit out. Excuse me. Bring that up there. Take my tailpipe down. Put a little pressure on it. Tighten up on that. And let's see how your view is from over here. Not too bad. Zoom in. And I have to pardon my machining skills. I've only had this for about a year now, and although it's a nice machine, it is far more capable than my skills are. So have to pardon me on that. we got it down pretty close within a couple of thou. I'm just touching right out here. So I'll go ahead and switch over and put my high speed bit up in there. And let me slow down my feed rate a little bit. Right now I'm at 2C. That is the slowest I can go. Okie dokie. Well, welding didn't turn out as good as I thought it would. Get you over here. Got a couple of inclusions. Well, actually a couple of spots where it wasn't wide enough. It wasn't quite wide enough to fill the whole trough in there. So, and I am down to the shaft diameter right here, because you see I'm just cleaning that up ever so slightly and clean up on that side. So all that black in there is void. And it does leave a rough edge right there, so I'm not much better off. You have to try putting a little bit more on there and turning it back down. I'll take it back to my welder and see what he can do for me. Alright, let me flip around, we'll see what the other side looks like. Okay guys, I've done a little bit more thinking here. Of course I got to have this welded back up, and I flipped it around to turn this side down, and I could see that that weld right there didn't cover up all the trough or gap in there. So this is going to have to be turned down, re-welded, and then bring it back and turn it down again. But I got looking a little closer, and something I really didn't pay much attention to. Let's see if how well that shows up in there. This section right here on either side of this keyway, this Woodruff key, that probably shows pretty good. You can see where the top half has been pushed out left to right. And if you look real careful right down on the inside and here on these corners, it looks like it's getting bright down there, like it might be getting ready to crack. And I'm just afraid of putting this thing back in there and having this part roll completely out or swell up where the clutch gets stuck in one position. And so with that in mind, I went and looked to see what it costs to buy a new one from Super X Power. They've got them for $121, the new shaft. And I said, well, I have a mill and I have a lathe, and I have a piece of spare shaft over here already chucked up. That's 1.25 inch stainless, and this right here is 0.998, so I got plenty of room for error, and I'm gonna need that apparently. I'm not that good at this, but it's a great project. Should be straightforward. Turn it down to just under 1 inch. Have to do some tool bit grinding. Get a cutter to cut these 2 key snap ring grooves in here. And last night I just ordered the Woodruff key cutter to fit that right there, and I've got drill bits, so it looks like I got everything I need here. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. Let's go ahead and build this and see what I can do. And I've always got that shaft to come back on, and I hate to say always, but apparently I can't order one if I totally mess up. But hopefully it won't come to that. So over here I've already got it in my 4-jaw chuck. I've got it trued up over there, held with my steady rest, and I was indicating within 1/1000ths out here. I got plenty of room to work with on taking the diameter off. And I went ahead and faced off this end last night, and then pilot drilled it. And now I've got my live rest up in here to hold that in place. And now I'm getting ready to work on turning this down. I'm going to try to turn her down to, I'm shooting for 1 inch. I did measurements on the new bushing, the drive gear, the clutch, internal boards, the stuff that slides onto the shaft, and everything is 1.003 or larger, up to 1.005. 1 inch 5/1000ths, 1 inch 3/1000ths, somewhere in there. So it gives me 3 to 5/1000ths to play with if I go for 1 inch. So I think I'm going to stop at 1 inch, make sure everything fits okay, slides, and I might go with there, or I might only go down. I might go ahead on down to the 2 more thousandths. I don't know about the heat on the shaft, how much heat it'll pick up while the tiller's working. So these are other things I'm thinking about, but and bear with me while I ramble on about this. So I'm going to get ready to start working on this, turning this down. So I'm going to get my center rest, my steady rest out of here, and I'm going to make a pass across here, a slight pass, and then I'm going to measure the diameter on both ends and make sure I'm not cutting a taper on it. And if I am, I'm going to go ahead and address that. And I'm not sure, I may go ahead and put it between centers and turn it between centers. That's probably the most accurate way of doing it. But that's where we're at for now.